I live everywhere, all over the earth. I have memories to draw upon wherever there were gentle people, through whose lives I knew the land. If I try, I can remember their place names, their faces, the streets of their villages, their dances around autumn fires when the forest floor smelled of dry leaves and moonlight filtered shadows through the naked trees. But other things I do not have to try to remember, because those things I can never forget. I am those things. I am often the mountain lakes, because these were the last places my people lived before they flew, before they left their human forms and took to the airs of spirit or realms of nature to wait for cycles and changing seasons to bring their time to the world again. I could show you where 500 people lived on the shores of one such lake. Yet you might glimpse a human only occasionally, as you might see an otter, beaver, or raccoon, so blended were their ways and so in harmony with earth and sun their living. But the time of which I speak was long before the recent European migrations, long even before civilizational influence touched Olmec or Mayan heart. Our cultures were pacific then in this undiscovered world between troubled Asians and warring European tribes. Your records speak little of the Americas, because until recently, our cultures here did not create history. Our ways were simple. Our troubles, until about 2,500 years ago, were few. Only a few of our consciousness have dressed in human form these 25 centuries now past. Yet when we did, you could not distinguish us from the others. We did not fight. When I put on my headdress and rode my horse across the prairies, I was teaching. I was not fighting. I taught with feather-shafted arrows and landscapes that cradled the sunlight in 1,000 sacred meanings. I drew the cavalry to the prettiest valleys to drink from the streams most likely to give them the truth, so that their children would grow up in the hills near those streams and eat the corn and summer squash that would teach them the wisdom their tribe had forgotten. So I do not mind the time my hands were spread to the side, the soldiers fired, and a body died. Lying there beneath the open sky, with the high prairie grass waving around me as they rode off in dust and disarray, I drew those bullets into something deeper than a body of soil and stream. I drew them into my soul, and my spirit flew to their source. I understood then what kind of factories made those bullets, what kind of women and children worked in those factories. I understood how they felt about their families as they were pouring the lead.